up guys, Sneaksanity here. So today we're going to be looking at WAP again, and we'll be looking at tasks today. WAP actually has a lot of features that you can use for your tasks, and hopefully we'll get through all of it today. So to start, for any task, you're going to want to put the site in. There's a template of how you should enter everything in. So we're going to be using Packers today. So sticking to the template, we'll put that in there. Next, if it's a product that doesn't have a link set up yet, you'll use keywords. Keywords enter in the way the template shows. Negative keywords, basically if any of these words that you place here are in the title, that product will be ignored. Link, if you have a supposed pre-link or if you have the link to the item, you just throw it in there. You want to keep it to the same format here. So if you have like a /collection /all in there, just take that out, make sure it's only products. And it's very important, for example, like this site adds the variants to the link. You want to stop before that. So we would use this link right here. And that's what we will use as it is available. Variant just allows you to run for a specific size and item. So certain sites will have it at the end. That's a variant. Otherwise, most Shopify sites, you just go to the end of the link, put in .js, and you're able to see all the ID variants for all the different sizes. So when you're using variant mode, you don't use keyword or link. You just throw it in there, and you don't even need to put a size, because the size information and item information is tied to the number. So we'll go back to using the link. So again, when using keyword or link, you do want to put the size in. So we'll put a size 8. All right, so one last thing before we start this, you just never want to be using any combination of these. You use keywords or link or variant, never any combination of them. We'll use testing. All right, so there's 4 different tasks that you'll be running primarily. There's the regular task, which is this. You will almost never be using this. It's mostly just used as a backup to bypass in case you think the bypass might not work. So the next one would be bypass. What bypass does is it generates a checkout link for you, and it will fill in your shipping info if possible. This is what's primarily used for Yeezy Supply or DSM if the password page is already up and you don't have a chance to set up a pre-cart task. So we'll add one of those. Next would be pre-cart. What pre-cart does is it allows you to find a different item on the site that's in stock. And basically what it does is it does an automated version of the sock jig. So it'll add an item to cart, it'll wait for you to find the item you actually want, adds that to cart, removes the item that you pre-carted with, and then checks out. It also pre-fills in your shipping information. So we'll make one of those. Lastly, this is something specific to WAP. I haven't seen it in others. It's called pre-post shipping, and it's an actually very powerful feature. What it does is if you have a site, for example, I know Packers, Undefeated, Kith, Yeezy Supply, if they use the same shipping option for either all of their products or all of their sneaker products, you can put this on, and what it will do is your pre-carted task on top of filling in all your shipping info will also pre-select the shipping method. So when you do finally find your item, all it does is add that item to your cart and then hit post payment. So it makes it possible to check out in sub 0.5 seconds, which is just ridiculous. So we'll add one of those. So now we'll start them, and hopefully you can see the speed differences. So you can see this one already went to posting payment and checkout failed. So depending on the site, speed variability will happen between bypass and pre-cart, but you'll always see that if it is one of those sites that uses the same shipping methods, pre-cart plus pre-post shipping will just be insanely fast. Like this is on my home IP, and we can see here that it went to posting payment in approximately 0.8 seconds. So, I mean, we're doing a sub-second checkout on a slow IP address. If you're running on a server with high-speed proxies, I've gotten as low as 0.275 seconds. I know the record in our group currently, I believe, is 0.221 seconds. All right, so next we'll be looking at all the other options here. We'll do login last, but so we have new product mode. Basically what that does is for the sitemap of the website, it'll only check for new items. So this can have a couple benefits to it. The first is it may pick up the item faster as it's not checking all of the items on the sitemap for your keywords. The other positive to this is, say like the VaporMax release on Kith, they had a ton of different shoes that had VaporMax in the word. If you ran new product mode, you could just use VaporMax as your keyword and it wouldn't pick up any other items. It would only pick up the off-white one when loaded. The next option is restock mode. Restock mode you use without size, and basically what it does is it will just hover at restock, and as soon as the bot detects that size has restocked, it'll lock onto that size and attempt to check out. The only issue with restock mode currently is that once a task has locked onto a restock size, it will not reset to its restock mode. So say like a size 7 restocks and it starts checking out and then that goes out of stock, that task was still stuck on size 7, so you'll have to make another task with restock mode on for it to pick up, say, like a size 9 when that restocks. Next we have random size. You'll almost never be using random size. It's not suggested, but you can use it for, let's say you're running WAP to like try to cop a bot or something. They don't usually have sizing information, so if you put random size, it'll just accept whatever's there. Next is shipping keywords. You'll almost never use this as well. This is typically used maybe on Haven, say, if they use like default shipping as in-store pickup and you're located in the US and you want it shipped to you, you could put in a certain combination of words that would make the shipping option of ship to US picked over the default in-store pickup option. Lastly, you won't be using this just yet, but it's the alternate mode. This will be explained in a further later video in case CAPTCHA bypass becomes patched. But currently WAP bypasses CAPTCHA on almost every site. If there is a site that it does not bypass on, or if Shopify patches it, then you'll put this on, and this just allows you to either select CAPTCHA, which will pop up a CAPTCHA for you to solve, or CAPTCHA and the auto CAPTCHA, and the CAPTCHA will automatically be clicked. One important note is that you never run auto CAPTCHA by itself. It's only in addition to CAPTCHA. All right, and then here we have a task scheduler. So basically, this goes off your server. So it doesn't matter what time it is where you are. It depends on the server time. So always pay attention to that. And I would suggest running a test task before launching your actual task so you don't mess up the time. All right, the last thing we'll look at is login. This is primarily used for undefeated. It can also be used on blends. Basically any site that requires a login to check out, you'll be using this. So we can run a test task on undefeated. We'll go for these slides. And this will be our pre-cart. Let's say size 5, wapdemo, gmail.com, password 123, and then you want to change this to the website. So basically what this will do is it'll log into this account that I've set up, it'll pre-cart an item, and it'll pre-post the shipping, which works on undefeated, and then we can start the task and it'll go for the item we actually want in a size 5. So before I start this task, I just want to check the log. You always want to check to make sure it's done with everything. So you can see it found an item, it added it to cart, it got a checkout session, it logged into the account, it posted shipping, and it picked a shipping method. So everything's all set. We should just be able to fire this off, and you can see it's posting payment already. So it allows you to check out really fast with a pre-logged in account. Okay, so I believe I've covered all the options in here. Future videos, we'll talk about proxies, about setting up PayPal, about using CAPTCHA if we need to use that, as well as the visual monitor. All right, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.